Okay, everybody, we're back with the second part of our classwork review. And so we're looking at number 9 in triangle CAR. A is equal to 24. The measure of angle A is equal to 27 degrees. And the measure of angle C is equal to A3 degrees. All right, so this time we'll draw a triangle. Okay, so let's take a look here. Let's do, I guess, something like this. We'll make this angle A because that's a 27-degree angle. And I'll make this angle C. It's a little more than A3, but it's, around that measurement. And so the measurement of A, lowercase a, is going to be here, 24, opposite of angle A. And looking for C, which is opposite of angle C. Again, law of sines works out because we have a situation where we have an angle and the measure of the side opposite. We can only use law of sines if we have that information and something else about the triangle. And so it always relates to the measure of the angle and the side opposite of the angle. So let us now set up a proportion, which is going to be the sine of A over A equals the sine of C over C. And so we have the sine of 27 degrees over A, which is 24, is equal to the sine of 83 degrees over C. Okay, and again, it goes back to our proportion. We've done proportions a long time now, and so we're going to now cross multiply. We have C times the sine of 27 degrees is equal to 24 times the sine of 83 degrees. And of course, solving for C, we divide by the sine of 27 degrees. And so we're going to take our calculator out, and in this situation, going to just type this into a calculator. Again, we do not need to find the measure of the sine of 83 or the sine of 27. We just type into a calculator and all. So it should be, in this case, 24 times the sine of 83 degrees. 83, close parenthesis, and we're going to divide that by the sine of 27. Sine of 27. Okay. And so we get here, now we get 52.47. So 52.47, but it says the nearest integer. So if C is equal to 52.47, nearest integer, we're going to be looking at the number, the 10th place, which is less than, it's going to be less than 5. So C is equal to 52. Okay, C equals 52. All right. All right, so next question, number 11. In a sausage triangle, the length of each of the congruent sides is 12, and the measure of the base angle is 30 degrees. The length of the base of the triangle is, well, again, isosceles triangle, and the base angle is going to be 30 degrees. So let's see now. Oops. So let's do this part here, here, and here. Okay. And so here we're going to have some base angles. So the base angles are the part that's the two. Well, here are the two congruent sides, okay, and the measured congruent sides are 12. Okay, and we're looking for the measure of the base. Here's the base. The base angles are the angles opposite of the congruent sides. So this will be 30 degrees, and this one also is 30 degrees. So 30 and 30. So we do know the measure of an angle and the side opposites. Okay, what we're looking for now to find the base, we need to find this angle here. All right, the vertex angle. Now, the vertex angle we can find out here is going to be 180 minus 30 minus 30. So yeah, we know 180 degrees is a triangle, so we can figure this out. This must mean it's going to be 120 degrees. So here we fill us into our triangle, and now we're going to do the following. The sine of 30 over 12, that's the first combo, first angle and side opposite, and this is the second one. Is equal to the sine of 120 over the unknown value we'll call n. Okay, and as before, we're going to come up with our proportion, and we'll get n times the sine of 30 is equal to 12 times the sine of 120. Again, we divide both sides by the sine of 30. This divides out. So n is equal to 12 sine of 120 over the sine of 30. So 12 sine of 120 over the sine of 30. We'll break out our calculator again. 12 times the sine of 120. 120 divided by the sine of 30. Oops. Okay, again, let's type over 0. Close that. Okay, 12 sine of 120 over the divided by sine of 30, and we get 20.7846069 blah 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 blah. So in this situation, we're rounding off again. Let's take a look here. We're rounding off to the near well, it didn't say. So in this situation, let's go with the nearest tenth. So nearest tenth would be, so here we have n is equal to 20.78. If we take the nearest tenth, it would be 20.8. If we took it to the nearest integer, it'd be 21 though. So it takes the nearest tenth. Didn't say what to take it to. When we have our questions, our tests, or quizzes, it will be clear to us what the measurement should be though. Take it to. Okay, so now for the last question of homework. So classwork, sorry, classwork. The homework is totally different. But you'll see in this case that all the questions for the classwork are very, very similar to questions in the homework. So it's almost like you're doing the same exact type of question, just filling in different numbers though. So now it says for number 13, use the law of sines to find the nearest integer. So nearest integer, the measure of the base of an isosceles triangle. If the measure of the vertex angle is 70 degrees, and each of the congruent sides is 15. So it's very similar to what we did before. Okay, so draw a triangle. Okay, here's our vertex angle. These two sides congruent. Here is 15, and here is 15, and this is 70 degrees. And we're trying to find our base again. So this is n. Now we know one combination of an angle and a side opposite. That's how law of sines works. You definitely need to know one angle measure and the measure side opposite. So we need to figure out another angle measure. But we know in this case it's an isosceles triangle. It's an isosceles triangle. And so the isosceles triangle in this situation, we see that the base angles are going to be congruent. Well, in this case, it's a triangle, the two sides are congruent, the angles opposite must be congruent as well. So we know that 70 plus x, because each of these is going to be the same measure, is equal to 180. So we have 2x plus 70 equals 180. 2x is equal to 110, x equals 55 degrees. So we'll use this one here, 55 degrees here. And we'll set up the combo between this angle and the side opposite. So now we're going to set up our law of sines, again, to the nearest integer, it says here. And so we're going to set this up and do the sine of 55 degrees over 15 is equal to the sine of 70 degrees over n. And so we cross multiply again, very similar to what we're doing. It's almost pretty clear about our procedure, hopefully, at this point. Equals 15 sine of 70. Okay, we divide both sides by the sine of 55. Now, I want to make sure that you guys write all this stuff out. It's very tempting to do everything on the calculator and not write anything out. I'm assuming we're still taking the regents, and so when a question like this comes up, you want to be able to show your work. All right, so we're going to take 15 times the sine of 70 over the sine of 55. Sorry, my handwriting is terrible. Cannot wait for the stylus I ordered to come here, and I can just draw on the computer with a little bit of precision. So this is a calculator. So a calculator, we're typing in 15 times the sine of 70, not 71, 70, close parenthesis, divide by the sine of 55 degrees. And we're going to get in this situation 17.20. So we have here n equals 17.20, which to the nearest integer will mean n is equal to 17. All right, so these questions hopefully were not so bad. It was a matter of just setting up your information, because if you just reading the words, sometimes it's hard to see where everything is paired up. Remember, law of sines requires you to set up your proportion based upon angle measure and the side opposite. Hopefully it's been helpful to you guys, and hopefully it'll be helpful for you when you go over the homework on your own. Okay? In case if you have found this video helpful, give it a like. Please leave any comments and questions below in the comment section, and please subscribe to the channel for any new additions to the channel as far as work goes, so you guys keep up to date to some of the work I assign, as well as just if you're not in my class, that's okay. You know what? It's good practice anyway for law of sines. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care and be well, be safe.